Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your monthly reading for January 2024. Happy New Year, Taurus. This is for Taurus and Taurus Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology in my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Taurus. You know I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth. Now, Taurus, January is like gangbusters. You're going to feel a lot of movement, especially spiritually. Okay. There's going to be almost like a lot of like spiritual growth for you. There's going to be a lot of, and there's kind of, your philosophies may change. You may be really into like your pineal gland and, even like the metaphysics, but also education, because there's so much activity happening in Capricorn and we hit the ground running right away. Okay. And that's because Mars moves into Capricorn on January 4th. And remember, Mercury has gone direct at this point. All right. Mercury was retrograde all of, the last half of December. And so really, really big. And this is going to be transformative for you, especially because when you think about what's happening, the first half of January, Venus is still in Sagittarius and Mercury is in Sagittarius. Okay. And so really big thing, Venus being your ruling planet. And that's your 8th house of transformation, death and rebirth, but also like empowerment, also other people's resources, money. So there could be something like you getting bonuses, inheritance, investments, things like that. Just really good movement there. But at the core of January, it really is all about your spirituality. It's all about higher mind. And so education could be a big thing. You could be thinking about learning new things, especially with all the Sagittarius energy, which is like very adventurous, very curious. I want to try this. I want to do this differently. I want to put, I want to put broccoli in my ice cream. Things like that. You do you, Taurus. You do you. But we do have also a full moon in Leo at the end of the month. Oh my goodness. I love this full moon for you. Taurus, we'll talk about it. But it's in your 4th house of home, of family, of children, of your significant other. And this is such a lovely full moon. It's in Leo. It's such a nice one. So you could have some like really wonderful moments, even like moments of clarity around this time as well. And, in fact, speaking of clarity, you'll have a lot of it. There's got to be a lot of that, especially with Mercury moving direct and then Mars moving into Capricorn, Mercury moving into Capricorn. Venus is eventually going to move into Capricorn too. And so we also have a lot of Saturn aspects, which is very interesting. That's your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, but it's also like, your social network, like even like communities you belong to, organizations you belong to, like your LinkedIn community. Like you could be like in a good mood and now start accepting all those like LinkedIn random invites that you get. Anyway, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you. This is a big month. This is a month that Pluto does move into Aquarius, and I'm going to talk about this more in the weekly rather than now because it's such a big thing. I did mention it in your annual forecast, but I will do a separate video as well. Pluto in Aquarius, just think, empowerment. Okay. Just think empowerment, power, authority, having a lot more control. This is really, really, when we talk about gangbusters, 20-year aspect, and it's moving into your 10th house of career. And so for 20 years, there's going to be a big focus on career for y'all. And it's not just career. If you're not here for career, if you're retired, it's public recognition, it's fame. You could become famous. You could maybe, I don't know, get on a reality show, master chef. Who knows? But let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, Taurus, for January 2024. Taurus. Like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. If you are new to my channel, I remember to stick around because after I do your spread, I break it down week by week. I highlight some of the most important aspects for you for the weeks that there's a lot, and there's more like 90% like auspicious aspects. Like your life is gonna start changing around this time in a good way. All right, and let me just make sure that you're gonna have a lot to celebrate. You're gonna have a lot to celebrate, Taurus. Oh my goodness, you're good. Okay, so let's get started. You got the Queen of Wands. Absolutely love this for you. There is, the Queen of Wands really has that entrepreneurial energy, but she's also like the most charismatic, the most popular queen. This is someone people gravitate to. This is someone who's sitting in that throne because she got the popular like everyone loves. They're like but she's also a leader. Remember, she has that entrepreneurial energy. So I really love this for you. So you could be feeling that. You could start, especially the biggest thing for you, Taurus, is that Jupiter went into your sign in 2023 for a hot second. You felt it because then it went retrograde for a lot of but you started feeling the difference, but especially from 2022. Okay, now that Jupiter's direct, oh my goodness. For the next 6 months, you are going to have, your life is going to change most out of all the signs. Out of all the signs, like you, and there's like two other signs where your life is going to change the most. And that's, again, if you want to check out the yearly forecast, but even still, I love this for you. That, the sunflower in her hand represents that vitality, that growth that the sun card brings, a lot of optimism, opportunities. You even see the sunflowers in her throne as you see in the actual sun card. All right. So this is really great. It seems like there's, a lot of just you feeling on top of the world, and you will be ruling the world. Well, you'll be celebrating a lot. You got the Three of Cups and the Heart of Your Spread. So again, very amazing. This is all about celebration. This is all about celebration. This is also, what's really interesting here is that the Three of Cups is attributed, it's a Cancer card. Okay. And so that is your third house, right? So it does represent siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors as well. Even short distance travel could be a big thing for you. But at the end of the day, this is in the Heart of Your Spread for the month. You're going to have a lot of moments to celebrate. And again, I will break down weekly, like the days that you should pay attention to. We do have that new moon in Capricorn. That's really great for you as well. So a lot of new beginnings, new cycles I could be starting, but you see the three sisters here toasting each other. So three is also, there's a sense of growth, advancement with three, but also creation. And so it could be something new that you start this month, okay, in January, that's cause for celebration. All right, break out the champers, or the chocolate milk, whatever you do. Let's keep going. You got the moon. All right, so you got the moon in your challenge area. So there are going to be some moments where you could be emotionally impacted, but I don't feel a big strong energy around that. I feel more just like just really continue to trust your intuition. Just really continue to have those moments. And if you do have any emotional moments where you feel maybe like your heart being what is it, the heartstrings being pulled or whatever, it really could be like your social group. Okay, again, that's going to be a big thing for you for for January, but also the fact that the moon in tarot is ruled by Pisces, and that is your 11th house. Okay, remember, Saturn is in Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces. Both planets are very much at play this month. Okay, mostly good in a good way, right? So it does represent your your social network. And so it could be something around that, something that you have to really think about, or there could be some emotional moments with, friends and family and whatnot, because, remember, we also have that Leo full moon, and you see the fullest of moons here. But just keep that in mind. If you do have any of those moments, trust your gut. Go with your intuition, all right? In terms of like the way that you communicate, the way that you handle those situations. You did get the 7 of Wands, all right? So there definitely is some family energy here. Especially, remember I said that full moon in Leo that's going to happen at the, and it's a great one. It's a great one. But this is all about valor, okay? And so there is a sense of you being protective, which is really great. You drawing a line in the sand this month should anything come up. Again, I'm not even getting like a big energy from this, but it's more about like, I've worked hard to get to this point. Nothing, no one's going to take anything away from me. There could be something about like people jealous about something about how you're ascending. Okay, it could be like sibling rivalry. It could be something, but again, just something nominal. All right, because this is all about valor. It's all about strength. It's all about comfort. You know, we have Jupiter in your sign. We have, and that is all about like stability, comfort, and whatnot. And if you think about the word comfort, break it down to its etymological root. Comfort, conforte. Okay, strength. All right, so it means strength. So you're gonna. It seems like there is going to be a sense of you like pulling into that energy of like feeling confident for January, because some people may be a little like, I want what you got, but you did get the 2 of Wands as well. All right, so really like this for you. It's in the root of your spread. Remember how I said like ruling the world? He's got the world in his hands. Okay, so there is a sense of you planning your next steps. Okay, for January, there's going to be a lot happening for you in January. All right, especially personal growth and spiritual growth. But there is like next step preparations that may be a thing. Now, you did get the Queen of Swords in your future, and I absolutely love that for you. All right, so you see you got 2 queens here, and these 2 queens are very different. The Queen of Swords is more like, you know, I call her the ice queen, and not in a bad way, but she's left all emotions at the door, right? Because she doesn't want her emotions to cloud her judgment. And so this is all about facing your truth, being honest with yourself, being true to yourself. Again, trusting your intuition. All right. And if there's any sort of like, you know, maybe even like moments of like drama where it's like it affects you emotionally, then take it up here. Okay, take it up here and think logically. All right. It looks like you will. It's the Queen of Swords is in your future. Could have to do with like a partnership, relationship as well, in work or love, but it's not a bad thing. It's just like there is a sense of like you just powering up and being that amazing Taurus that you are, and you know, being fair in any situation. So even if there is like drama, like emotional drama, you may not be involved in that. It could just be within like your squad, like, you know, your friend Chip and your friend Nancy are, you know, fighting over Doritos, and you're like, you got to be that person, like, okay, who's the one who I want to be fair in this situation? Who bought the Doritos? You know, like things like that. Anyway, you know that this is like, you're good. You're good. Anyway, let's get to your stuff. Taurus, you are amazing. Come on, you're amazing. I thank you so much for being here. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe, share, comment. I actually want to know what's going on for you. You are the sign that I'm so excited for. I want to know what happens for you between January to like June. Oh my goodness, there's going to be some big moments. Like you're going to be in a completely different place in your life come like summer. It's insane. So I really want to know like what are the big things that are happening in your life now? Where were you in 2022? Where are you now? I want to know these things, Torres. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so wow. You are definitely going remember how I said like being protective, especially like family matters and whatnot. Especially, you know, you did get the 7 of Wands in your crown. 7 of Wands is a Leo card. We have that full moon in Leo. That represents your 4th house, your domestic sector, your significant other, your, you know, family, children. There's a lot of that now. All right. So you did get the 7 of Cups. Very interesting. So remember what I said. There could be something with a partnership relationship here with the Queen of Swords, her being Libra. Now, 7 of Cups, this is attributed to Venus and Scorpio, which is your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So a lot of y'all could be on the hunt for that, okay? This month, especially like maybe a new job, maybe new clients, maybe relationship if you're single. And there are so many great days to, you know, catch some fish, if you know what I'm talking about, if you're single. All right, that work in your favor, so take advantage of that. But just know what you want. All right, just know what you want in terms, you know, the 7 of Cups does bring this sense of like illusion to it, and there is a Neptune square that I'll talk about later, that could have a big impact on you, but it's actually a good one, and I'll explain why. But this is just saying, know what you want. What does your heart want? Go with that. Remember your intuition. Go with your intuition, and be headstrong. It seems like you will. Now, you did get the Five of Pentacles in your external factors area. So there's a lot of like, some things are possibly going to end for you this month. All right. For you to move forward. When they do not, or if they do, let's say that, if they do, see it as like a blessing in disguise, and don't refuse to shut people out. Okay, that's this card is a challenge card, and it is actually a Taurus card as well. And so you see the two people here, the helpless people. They're so focused on their plight, the things that the why, the why me, like why is this happening to me, but they're literally outside of church, and you can see the pentacles shaped as an anchor. So there is this like anchor of hope all around you, and it's all a matter of you just reaching out for that support, whether it's from partner, children, your spirit guides. So that is going to be a big factor for you. It is in your external factors area. So just know that should something end, it's all part of this rebirth that you're going through. Okay, remember, Pluto in Aquarius is going to be a really big deal. Really big deal. You're a Taurus. Aquarius is, you both of y'all are fixed signs. Like, anyway, we'll again talk about that more. I'll even clarify that for you. Yeah. It's going to be more about you being in your headspace. All right. So, this can also represent your physical world. So you could like lose something like, your favorite watch or whatever. And then like it just puts you in a really bad mood for, like weeks, and it affects like everyone in your, orbit. But that's again, just focus on what you're going to gain. Okay, focus on like, if anything happens, ask yourself, why did that happen? All right, it is definitely something that in the moment could feel unfavorable, but you got to look at the brighter side of things. All right, because what comes after the of the Five Pentacles is Six of Pentacles. Gratitude, generosity, sharing the wealth. All right, you got the King of Swords clarifying this. So again, this is all about you getting out of that headspace and having that sense of power and authority and thinking logically, strategically. So you're good as long as you don't, dwell too much in your headspace, because look, flanked by both the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So you got both. And the difference between the kings and the queens, their powers and energies are more internal, whereas the king is more external. Like, look at him looking directly at you. I mean, very intimidating, right? Because he has so much power. All right, so much power. It's like those people that they can look at you and you just know that they're very powerful, because it's like in their eyes, that confidence that, I am the king of the world, right? King of the world. And the King of Swords, which, by the way, is Aquarius. Okay, so again, this is could be something with Pluto moving into Aquarius for you. That is your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition. But there is a sense of someone coming through too that could be really beneficial for you in moving forward. Someone who has a lot of logic and clarity and understands your situation. So that's why I'm saying, do not like shut yourself off to other people. All right, which sometimes you could do when the moon is in your challenge area. But you've got the world. Hello, you're here. 4 fixed signs in the corners of the world. Your fixed sign, the world. This is really great because it is indicating there is this sense of like this rebirth. Okay, we've come to the end of the major arcanas. Okay, now the dancing figure within the wreath. All right, shaped as a 0. Okay, 0 is the Fool card. All right, so starting this new journey, it looks like that's all you want. And then lastly, you have the Queen of Cups. And so Taurus, this is in your final outcome. This is absolutely amazing. communicate as much as you can. But also, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. She is very. So, look at what's happening here. You have three queens: Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Cups. So, a lot of empowerment internally, too. But also, that maternal side could come out of you protecting your family, your children, your relationship. A lot of things that have to do with you being playing more of a maternal role as well. But Queen of Cups is the most emotionally, like, just so much emotional intelligence. Yeah, her feet are in the water. Look at that. And the water, like, emotions, right, in tarot. And so it's just really connected to her emotions. So that may be the biggest tug of war for you with the moon in your challenge area and your final outcome, the Queen of Cups. Just remember, it's really your intuition that's going to guide you, and your support group, the people around you as well. All right, BFF energy, family, whatever it is, but you're going to be on top. You're going to be on top. She's so emotionally stable, but she's on top of her emotions, but she's also the most loving queen. You're going to have so much love to give, and a lot of self-love as well, as long as you don't get stuck in this headspace where, should something happen, and it may be pretty minor, but I'm just saying it because with the Five of Pentacles, that is a challenge card, and it's a really, like, dark card, and it is in your external factors area. But look at the rest of your spread. Across your cross, you have the Queen of Wands, and the heart of your spread, you have a card of celebration. So again, whatever happens, you got to see it as, like, this was meant to happen because I'm celebrating something now. All right, something to celebrate. And then the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So just being very, very headstrong, doubly headstrong. So you're good. You're good. Just do not, like, if something should happen, see it as a blessing in disguise. All right. And it can have to do with money. It is Pentacles. All right. But again, you're going through some major transformations, absolutely major transformations. And you may feel it right away in January with Venus and Mercury in your 8th house of transformation. So let's break it down, Taurus. Y'all, we're going to go, the first week. The first week, just know that Mars moves into Capricorn. All right. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And this is just like a lot of seriousness. This is taking action toward like goals and long-term goals, like really rolling your sleeves up. And again, this is in your 9th house: spirituality, your belief system, education, even long distance travel. It could be a thing. And publishing, actually. Are y'all writing a book? Any of y'all writing a book? That may be a thing. You may want to around this time. So let's see what's going on for you for the first week of January. Oh, you really got to let something go. You got the devil. All right. So the devil is exactly as you would think. It's the biggest thing that's coming up is this headspace. And remember, this your North Node did move into Aries, and it's going to be there all year. And so it really is just a lot of, like, shadow work you're going to be doing this year. A lot of unrooting things that you're just like, I do not even want this as a part of my life, and being comfortable with that. The other thing is the devil is Capricorn, so there is going to be something where it feels like more pessimistic thinking. I'm not saying any of y'all are, like, pessimistic thinkers, but it's highly associated with the devil, and with Mars moving into Capricorn and Mercury also moving into Capricorn. That's going to happen the week later. That's going to be a big thing. Mercury being, like, logic, intellect. So remember that, okay? If something should happen, there's also a sense of, like, you could go back to, or be tempted to go back to something that you really, really love, but no, it's not good for you. All right. So again, all this is happening in your 9th house of spirituality. So your spiritual growth. So what's not part of that, recognize it and leave it behind. You see that chains are these two people chained to the devil, right? But the chains are loose, so they can break free anytime they want. Again, there could be something with relationships too. And remember, that is one, and just, like, it could be work, it could be love, romance, it could be your best friend, it could be your Amazon driver, whatever it is. You'll know when it happens. Now the second week, I do love. Okay, so here's the thing. On January 8th, Mercury will square Neptune. This happened November 27th and December 26th. If you want to think about what was going on around those times, this is kind of like the merging of like intellect and imagination, and also even a little bit of like fantasy at play. Like there's, it's like finding that balance between reality and like possibility. But this is very transformative, and even though it can be a little confusing around this day, remember Mercury is logic, Neptune is a little bit of illusion, right? And so what I love about this, though, is that what happens around the 8th, you could be a little bit confused about, but that confusion can bring you this breakthrough and clarity. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. Because you remember, you did get the card of like illusion here, and then you have the Five of Pentacles there. So just keep that in mind for that day. I'm looking out for you, Taurus. You know I am. Now, we have some really great aspects on the 9th, the sun trining Uranus. Remember, Uranus is in your sign. Okay. And so this is a day where Mars is also sextiling Saturn. So there could be something really surprising that happens, some news that you get, or just something that happens that it's like, whoa, this is amazing, because these are absolutely amazing aspects. And it can have to do with your hopes and wishes and something that you want to commit to. There's this long-term energy with it, and it all happens right before the new moon in Capricorn on the 11th. Again, this is a lot of like new beginnings, like new you. Jupiter and Saturn are actually really harmonious now. So the major thing that's happening here is Pluto is conjuncting this new moon. So remember that, okay? That empowerment energy that this new moon is bringing for you. So absolutely love this for you. And then Mars will trine Jupiter the next day. This is one of the best and most powerful days of the month. It's like really going after your goals at this point and finding a lot of expansion here, especially when it comes to finances and comfort and stability. So with that said, let's see what's going on for you for the second week of January. And you got the Nine of Swords. So you really got to get out of your head. You really have to get out of your head. A lot of it can have to do with money, actually. The second week, if you are in your head, because again, this card is attributed to actually Mars in Gemini, right? So it's a lot. That's good. That's your second house, right? So money, finances, and as I pointed out with a lot of these aspects that are happening, it really is like, if you do not let something go, it may be like taking up a lot of headspace. So you see that here with the Devil and the Nine of Swords, but you have the power to move past that with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Okay, and I'll even pull a Taurus fire for you. Or wait, what was the word that I used? A clarifier. A tarot fire. Is it? Tarot fire. Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's do a tarot fire. Yeah, there you go. Again, it definitely, you have the Knight of Cups, so you need to get out of your head because there is so much movement with the Knight of Cups toward partnerships and relationships. Like I said, that may be something that's happening for you. If not, it's a lot of this just like you pursuing your passions, okay? And then also knowing the difference between like what's possible, like, the reality that you want, and what could be an illusion, what could be something that is causing you to like, like regret energy is coming up too. But again, remember, a lot of these are blessings in disguise. You get out of that headspace, you get out of bed, you've got the Knight of Cups, which is absolutely amazing. The Knight of Cups is Pisces. You see the fish on his armor, okay? This is, again, your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, but also your social network. If you are single also this week, it is like the people that that could introduce you to someone that turns out to be your soulmate. But even still, Knight of Cups showing up, a lot of creativity, a lot of like, he is like a big dreamer, right? He's like the romantic, he's into the arts and whatnot. But whether it is partnerships or relationships, because he is Mr. Romance, even if it's not, this is just you wanting to be fulfilled emotionally and moving in that direction. And remember, you have the Queen of Cups in your final outcome. So that is very possible. Now, the third week of January, obviously the big thing is Pluto moving into Aquarius in your 10th house of career. That's going to affect you for the next 20 years. We'll talk about that in that weekly when we get to that weekly. But some things that I want you to really, really focus on. There is going to be on the 19th, Mercury trining Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter is in your sign. And so this is when you start seeing the big picture. This is when you have a lot more faith in yourself. This is an amazing day. This is one of the best days of the month. This is you. If you are looking for a new job, this is the best day to have an interview, to negotiate something. Like everything will be in your favor, to give a speech, whatever you need to do. And then that's it. So let's see what's going on for you for the third week. Again, a lot of Mercury's very active this week. Okay, Mercury is very active. So Mercury is all about communication and the messenger planet. So you could be getting messages. You did get the Two of Pentacles. Very interesting because Mercury is in Capricorn at this point. We're just coming out of the new moon in Capricorn. We have Mars in Capricorn. This is a Capricorn card. So again, there is something that you may have to think about letting something go, or at least just having a firmer grip on something that you know is possible and something that you want really bad, and putting all your energy toward it. Again, you got the Seven of Cups, so you have to know what you want. And when you know what you want, that's when you can find that balance in your life, because this is a card of imbalance. And again, there could be something with money, all right, finances, and it could be like y'all are thinking about maybe getting a new job or maybe partnering with someone, and maybe that could be the thing that you're just like emotionally like, do I do this? Do I not do this? So you could be in your head a bit. You want me to do a Taurus fire? I'll do one. Okay. We got some time here. Yeah. And you're fine. You're good. Okay. Page of Pentacles. You're good. All right. So remember, take that time. Take that time to just unroot things that you know that you need to leave behind. And if something should happen where it's like you lose like a client or something like that, there's definitely something coming through. You have the Page of Pentacles. And this is money related. This is someone, I love this page because he's very much you. Okay. Pages are earthbound. Pentacles are earthbound. So a lot of Taurus energy here, very grounded. And again, remember I said there's a sense of like learning a lot of new things. That's the page. Okay. He brings in that new energy, and there is something like a job opportunity that could come up, something new that you could monetize from, right? A raise or something. But definitely I'm getting more like new clients, new job offer. Just you have to know what you want with the Two of Pentacles here. But once you do, you're good to go. All right. And this is someone that's very committed to that. And remember, Pentacles are earthbound as well. So it could be like a fresh new start with a relationship, or, pet. I don't know. It actually could be a thing. Actually could be a thing with Libra in your 6th house. Now, last week of January, Venus officially moves into Capricorn. So your ruling planet moves into Capricorn. This is, again, more spirituality, but being very like working hard toward like being more intuitive, being more spiritually minded, working on your spiritual growth. And again, publishing, long distance travel, those are big factors here as well. And it's just so grounded. But especially being in Capricorn, which is so pragmatic and so practical when it comes to what Venus represents, which is love and beauty and romance and money. All right. So really working hard. And now on the 25th, I love this full moon in Leo for you. Again, that's in your 5th house of pleasure, children, family, sex, procreation, even recreation. Okay. So it's a fun time. And I love the last week for you. Uranus finally goes direct on the 25th. All right. Uranus is in your sign right now. And so now all the planets are direct. I love the 27th when Mercury conjuncts Mars. This is kind of like a huge aspect. One reason why this day is really important is because the same day Venus will sextile Saturn as well. again, these are just really big things that are happening for you in terms of your hopes and wishes, and all the things that you really want at this point, what your heart desires. But the Mercury conjuncting Mars, this is like you having this light bulb moment and taking action. I mean, this is really big because on the 28th, Venus will trine Jupiter. Venus, your ruling planet, trining Jupiter in your sign. You are definitely going to have, this is the best day of the month. It's a huge day. It's like love and money. Again, really good day for state. So I can see you moving into a place where you're going to have this huge breakthrough, especially because that same day, Mercury will trine Uranus. Mercury, remember, communication, the messenger, Uranus, breakthroughs, surprises. You could receive some amazing news around this time. You could have really big breakthroughs around this time. And the day after, Mars is trining Uranus in your sign. So again, just put ideas into action. Just take action, and you'll be surprised with what can come up with from that. So anyway, let's get started. See what's going on for you for the last week of January, and you're good. You have the 3 of Wands. So there is this forward momentum. All right. Remember, you have the 2 of Wands and the root of your spread. Now you have the 3 of Wands coming with the Page of Pentacles. I mean, this is all about, like, again, moving forward, right? I call this the green light card. This is a lot of just like going out there, discovering yourself, discovering what's out there in the world. Remember, there is so much of that happening in January. This like a lot of like reset, refresh, but again, more about your personal growth and spiritual growth. This is all about, remember what I said about threes, right? The birth of new things, creation. So this is really great. It looks like a lot of you are going to be moving forward with something new in your life. And it's definitely going to have some celebration around it with the 3 of Cups in the heart of your spread for the month. So again, should something happen with this 5 of Pentacles energy, know that it's like something better is coming along, something that you really, really want. But it really is, again, not all Tauruses are going to feel that. It's on a scale. Like for some, it'll be like a 1 out of 10. For some, maybe like a 7. And so if you do, just know it's more about your mindset. Make sure that your mind's in a good place. And I think you will. Again, remember, you have this 5 of Pentacles flanked by the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, which is, again, like I said, being headstrong. And then ultimately being like emotionally fulfilled and having all this love and self-love with the Queen of Cups in your final outcome. So with that said, Taurus, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.